Hey guys, it's Tom here. I want to show you this Honor Students game, little mini version of Honor. Okay, one page. There you go. Look at this page first, the rules and lists, just so we know, we're clear. If it says 1 dice H, that's 1 dice Honor. That's equivalent to a dice 12, where 11 equals Yin and 12 equals Yang. Doesn't matter, whenever in the game you throw them, it's a yin and a yang, then you just rethrow the dice. You need to keep track of those yin and yang scores on the balance wheel. You can see there's 0. Yin takes me out away from the center, so if I threw a yin result I would move to there or to here, and then yang takes me back in towards the middle of the spiral. More on that later. Yin and yang, your yin and yang level, so whatever number you find yourself on here, gives you dice re-rolls in any situation. So if you don't like the dice and you're on number 4 over here, you can actually re-roll 4 times. Pretty handy. Combat takes place in 6-second rounds. PCs always have the initiative, so they always get the first go, obviously. Your opponents will have stats along the lines of 1 dice H, and then that little symbol, the X in the thing, that means take a lead of, if you like, 1 dice H and a lead of 1 to defeat this person. So you'll be throwing 1 dice, trying to get under your fighting ability, which is your physical aspect. And you need to do that until you have 1 clear hit advantage over the NPC. Okay, what else do we need to talk about? Mental and magical combat is the same, and mental would be, for example, if you were in an argument or a debate or in court representing someone. Anything like that. Magical is magical. There you go. And then one thing to note: all damage heals after combats. Okay, you don't have to worry about keeping track of hit points or anything. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Task resolution, very easy. The player says what they want to do, and then the GM looks on these little chart here and says, well, I think that sounds, let's say for example, I think that sounds kind of difficult. So you're going to have to throw 3 dice, and then as it says here, you've got to get under the agreed aspect. So if a player says I'm going to jump from across a building top, one building to another, then I say, oh, that's kind of difficult, man. You're going to have to throw 3 dice and get under your physical score. Let's give them a physical score of 15, just for argument's sake. So they're going to throw their 3 dice. Excuse me, I get some dice. And there's their score. 11. They've done it. Hurrah. Success. Okay? That's it. That's task resolution. So you say what you want to do. The GM says how hard they think it is. And that tells you how many dice to use. And you try and score under the appropriate aspect. If you do want to, this is the bestiary at the bottom here. So there's humans. There are goons, thugs, fighters, lieutenants, bosses, masters and grandmasters. So there you go. If you try and fight a lieutenant, you'll see he has a physical score of 20 and 2 dice H times 1. So to fight a lieutenant, you're throwing 2 dice and you need to get 1 clear hit ahead. It's a bit like when you used to play badminton or table tennis. You know, you have to get that clear game ahead to win, whatever it is. Same thing here. So if my player has a, let's say my player has a physical score of 16, then I have to throw under 16 to successfully punch this guy. So okay, I scored a yang, so I would mark that yang by marking on my chart that I've moved up to 1. Now that actually gives me 1 I'm going to use it straight away. That yang score of 1 means I can re-roll this dice, so I will. Unbelievable. I've got another one. So I'd move up to 2. I'm going to use it again. And now I've got a yin, which would move me back. Right, here's the 2. So that actually moves me back that way, so it's 1. Well, I've already used it, so I can't use it again. I have to throw it again anyway, because it's a yin. There you go. Finally get 10. That's under my 16, so I do hit them. Now I hit him, right, and I've got 1 hit, but he gets his hit on me. Now, if he fails, I will have a clear 1 hit advantage. And we look at the lieutenant. It says 1 clear, and I would beat him if I go 1 clear. Okay, there's some Inhumans. That's demons and charmed. They're tougher. And you want to put some mecha in? Go for it. Make up their names. Remember, mecha are very tough, but you can stick some in if you want. Make up their names. Have fun. To generate stats, you roll that. You write the numbers down here, and then once you've got all 3 of them, you allocate them to one of these, depending on what you want to be. You roll 2 dice each to get the number of skills you can buy at the start of the game. So if I roll 10, I could have 10 skills all at level 1, or I could have 2 skills at level 5, or any combination that I care to come up with. Whenever I get a yin or a yang, I have to record it on the spiral. Everybody starts at the 0 mark there. Yin moves you out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12 towards the end of the spiral here. If you ever get to 12, then you've gone too far into the darkness and chaos of yin. And, as it says down here, you go mad, and the GM your character whenever they want. And you can't whine about it. If I score yang points, it takes me in towards the centre of the spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Likewise, if I hit 12 yang, I have gone too far into the light and order of yang. I've pretty much just become nothing. I don't move, I don't do anything, because I'm afraid that I could cause chaos. If you go all this way, you turn into a whirling dervish lunatic of drinking, fighting, killing, or whatever. Okay, chaotic, lawful, basically. The benefit to not being on 0 is that whatever number you're on indicates the number of re-rolls you can make on any dice throw. By the way, that's the same with a skill level. If you have a skill level of like jumping across the building, a skill level 2, that would mean you could actually re-roll twice when you're trying to jump across a building. From building to building, I should say. What's the benefit of staying balanced then? Well, it's pretty good. If you stay balanced, while you're balanced, you can double any aspect you want. Your physical, your mental, or your magical. You can double it only while you're on 0. Okay? You move away from that 0, everything goes back to its regular thing. You move back to the 0, you can double one of them again. Now, and it doesn't have to be the same one. You might decide this time you're going to double the mental, because you know you've got a big court case coming up. Whatever. It's up to you, the player. The only way you can really modify where you are in the spiral is by permanently burning aspect points. So taking away from these. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. If you burn one physical aspect point, you get to adjust your position on that wheel. You can adjust your position any way you like. You could push yourself further and further towards madness if you wanted to. It's your deal. I guess that's about it. It really works well. We had a great time today playing the game. If you want to ask me any more questions, you know how to get in touch with me. There's a million ways. I guess the easiest is to go through Twitter or Facebook or just email. And we're going to be knocking this up into a slightly more professional shape soon, but you know what? It really works. It's a great little game. And have fun adding the mecha. Okay. I think that's it. It's 2:45 in the morning. I'm going to bed. Bye, love ya.